Yo, this is King David back with another video. Today's lesson, I'm going to be talking about uncovering the truth of who you really are, uncovering your true nature through self-embodiment, through experience, through learning from your lessons. You're letting go of the old skin that you were born here with. The old skin is your conditioning, programming, what the world has taught you that you're supposed to be, how you're supposed to act, how you're supposed to move. This is the false sense of self. At a point of at a point of maturation or maturity, the soul must let go of that which does not serve it anymore. Now, the soul, when we talk about the soul, we're talking about the divine essence within all of us. We're talking about God. We're talking about the Most High. We're talking about life itself. Truthfully, when you understand this, you walk in a different light. You understand that you have a responsibility. And I mean truthfully, not like, oh yeah, we woke and all this shit. No, we that some people claim they're woke and don't understand the sanctity and the preciousness of what that really means. All right? When you're truly woke, so to speak, or when I don't even want to use that. Let's not even use that. When you have been enlightened, it's not no big bang experience. It's just you finally are aware of yourself beyond the physical level. And when you are aware of yourself beyond that level, you walk in that you can't just say, "Oh yeah, I'm aware." You can read a book and know that you're the soul within the form, but you have to learn and navigate like you can learn you can read a book on how to navigate a ship, but you ain't going to learn how to navigate the ship until you actually do it. So it's the same thing. You have to learn how to navigate your mind and your body and master your emotions. And that's a continuous process. That's an everyday thing. It never ends. It's because you're an eternal being. So you're always going to keep on being better. And I don't care what anybody says. Oh, that's weird. I love it. Because what's weird to me is that you already chose, okay, this is the limit that I can reach, and now I'm not going to surpass that. If you are aware that you have limits, that means you are aware that you can surpass them. There is no end to you. That's the whole point. You're supposed to free your mind. By the renewal of your mind, you'll be born again. When you let go of fear, everything is possible. Anything is possible. What is stopping you at that point? You come back here to uncover the truth of your divine spiritual nature, your oneness with God. That's what you're here to do. If nobody is talking about that, it's a deception or you're being led the wrong way. And that's another thing I was thinking about before. There's a lot of strong leaders out here. Like truthfully, there's a lot of strong leaders, are very confident, have a lot of enthusiasm. Yes, they show a lot of leadership qualities, but where are they leading you? Now, if somebody is not leading you back to yourself and back into your union with yourself and the Most High, then that is a deception. And I'm not saying you have to be religious and go to church every Sunday and all. No, because a lot of those people. Listen, first of all, your temple is this vessel right here, your culture, human body. That's the first temple before you go outside there. God don't live in no church. God lives within you. It says the kingdom of the Most High is within you. So you have to go within yourself. You have to build a relationship. When you build a relationship with yourself, all that information that was instilled within you starts to come up and no longer becomes, oh, well, maybe is this right? It becomes, wow, this is right. This is truth. Because there's two ways you can gain information. You can gain information on the outside or you can gain information on the inside. Well, let's put it like this. Somebody had to write the books, bro. Somebody had to write. So you're gonna tell me everybody that learned from somebody, it had to be from a book? No, at some point in history, somebody was writing the books, and the information came from within. Y'all, you see, y'all trying to go outside to go back inside. It don't make no sense. How are you gonna ever know anything if you keep going outside of yourself? Oh well, this person said this. Oh, and this person's very well known. Blah 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 blah. Now what you're saying to yourself is, well, I'm not good enough to provide you information. No, you just haven't sat down long enough to let the divine or original information, because you have information from years, from your genes, your genetics, down from your grandparents, from all that is all in you, bro. Like you're not understanding how deep this shit really goes, because you live on a very basic level. Oh, I need to get my job, and probably pay for my car. That sound like a slave to me, bro. Because a slave is someone who cannot think for themselves, who needs somebody else's approval to move and operate. You need your job to pay you money so you can survive. You need to go to the store to do this, that, and the third. Okay, that sounds normal. I know it sounds normal, but at some point we didn't have all that, and you had to learn how to be independent and do it for yourself. Now, what's happening is we depend on everything so much that we have no inner autonomy anymore. And that's what makes you a slave. Comfort can make you a slave. Convenience can make you a slave. You have to be free and understand that you have the ability to create. But when you give away your ability to create, you give away the very gift of God. You don't want to create no more. You don't want to build things with your mind. You don't want to become. That's another part of creation, is becoming. It's to become the person. It's not about the thing that you get, it's about the person you become. That is inner alchemy in itself. Nobody has that capability to change from within, to let go of the old and become born again, to be new, to be renewed. It's because you know why? Because we're comfortable. Oh, I got my job. I got this. You're like, bro, like you gotta, like, I'm telling you, if you're not gonna get it from me, get it from your pastor, get it from somebody. Cause like, it's sad that you see somebody talking the truth, and because that person doesn't have this, that you don't even know who is who. You don't even know who it. But I bet you, if you understood what you really are and what you really connected to, you would take a second and be like, wow, this brother's really. But you still unaware. We still living. We still sleeping. But it's all good though, cause it's gonna be something large that's gonna happen, and a lot of people gonna start to wake up. A lot of people gonna start to wake up, and that's all I'm gonna say. And what you seeing right now, you never see when a person is evolving right in front of your face. You just see the physical, but you don't see what's going on within my mind, my heart, and my soul. You may not see what's going on around you, but people are changing and growing every day. You don't see the growth when you plant a seed in the dirt. You don't see all the whole process and the mechanism that goes into all that. You just see the fucking soil. But your dumb ass be like, oh well, I guess nothing's growing because I can't see anything. You see how dumb people be? I don't mean to sound like that, but that's the truth sometimes. We are so ignorant that we don't realize that there's a divine intelligence operating through everything and all things. We're so basic minded that we judge based off of appearances, and we don't look within the heart like the Bible says. But then y'all want to claim that you righteous and you Christians and all this other crap. But you don't even believe in the things that the Bible tells you, cuz you're not becoming the knowledge, you're not embodying the knowledge. You have to walk in the truth so you can become the truth. To know something is to become something. When you want to get to know a female, you got to become one with them. You spending time with them, right? Because you're becoming one with that person. Life is all about relationships. Like everything is a relationship. I'm talking to this goddamn camera. That's a form of a relationship. I can't have one thing without another thing. because we're all one at the essence of all things. We're all one. So back to my original statement, what I always keep fucking talking about. If you want to get to know God, what do you think you have to do? You got to learn and become one with God by forming a relationship, by understanding, by appreciating what's around you. Because if you want to know, if you want to know the artist, right? If somebody creates a drawing or a piece of art, they're expressing themselves through that art. So if you want to get to know the artist, you have to know you have to appreciate the art that they create. So you can get a feeling for what they are thinking and what they're feeling. That's what life is about. So if you want to get to know God, you got to appreciate the what his creations, the works that has been made. You have to appreciate nature, what is organic and real. You have fallen away from the garden, bro. You have fallen away from what's original, and now you don't know who is who or what is what anymore. All the animals, all the creatures of the planet are in tune with God. You the only one that's lost, but you claim you know everything. You claim, oh well, oh I got my degree. Let me tell you something about a cap and a gown. When they put a cap on your head, they're capping you off from receiving divine information. You want to know why? Because when you don't free your mind, you don't allow original information to come up anymore. You don't allow the original information to come in you anymore. You don't allow that message from God to come in you because you know why? Because you think you know so damn much. You think I got my degree and well, that doesn't make sense because I was taught that this has to be this way in order for you see what I'm saying? But a childlike mind is a godlike mind. Go look that shit up. They said the mind of a child, right? You have to have a mind of a child because when you have a mind of a child, your mind is free and open to receive the information that has been put in you by the Most High. But when you come here, they want to crap your ass off with information, false information that does not allow you to come back into your true God self. If you and then people get scared of that, oh God's self, oh my God. Well, you're God's people. So what are you talking about? You are of God. That's why you call God's people, because you are of God. If you're God's children, fool, where do you think you come from? It's all in the making. You have a son or a daughter. The son and the daughter have the same liking as you, right? So you have the same liking as God, bro. You gotta wake up. So you have certain abilities and gifts that the Most High has, and He's trying to teach you how to use them. Because you're so powerful, if you don't know how to use your gifts, you'll destroy yourself. And that is what's called sin, because you're living in ignorance of yourself. You are ignorant to your own divine nature, so you destroy yourself as a result. Now, to ask me where I learned this from, I ain't learned it from no damn book. I learned it from experience. I learned it from walking that path. I learned it from being alone and not allowing people to get in my fucking head all the time. You have to know. Listen, let me tell you something. Let me make it simple for you, right? Nobody's gonna tell you what you like, right? If you got a favorite color, ain't nobody gonna tell you, nah, your favorite color is green. No, that color or whatever comes from within you. If you have a art that you like or some type of destiny that you're supposed to fulfill, nobody could tell you that. That's for you to know. Nobody can say, "Oh, well, I think you're supposed to do this." And if you are that much of a loser for somebody to tell you what the hell you're supposed to do, like I'm not trying to sound mean, but just think about how crazy that sounds. Oh, well, you need this type of degree so you can be this person. You need this so you can be that. Well, we need to approve you so you can be that. They don't even really give you a choice, do they? Right? Because if you don't, guess what? Oh, now it feels like you're just left to the world with nothing, right? That's not fair because there's something going on that you don't realize. I should have a choice whether I want to do that or not. I don't need to be approved by somebody else to know that I was given a gift by God. You was born with the gift when you came here. Your job is to remember that you are the gift. That you listen, you are the greatest gift ever told, ever known throughout history. You are what every person is seeking. You are literally the greatest gift of all time because you are one with the very essence that creates all of life. What you are searching for is what you already are. And until you figure that out, you're always going to be lost searching for something. That's the truth. Now it's up for you to take it and do something with it. Until next time, y'all. Peace.